There are, well, more than a handful of things that you can do that will absolutely terrify a narcissist. And these are things that you can do with or without even knowing that you're doing this and without meaning to do this. And this video will explain what these things are and how each one can shake a narcissist to their very core. Number 1, accountability. A person with high levels of narcissism will struggle to take any kind of responsibility for their actions. When they are confronted with this, their most common plan of attack is to deflect any blame and throw it back onto somebody else. It's called blame shifting. For example, if you are talking to a narcissist about infidelity, they will immediately get very defensive and usually end up telling you that it's your fault that they made these poor decisions and that they were unfaithful. They might even go on and on about how deficient you are in certain departments, and before you even know it, you're standing there trying to defend yourself and taking responsibility for the narcissist's behavior. Number 2, being positive. Any kind of positivity or self-confidence coming from you can and will terrify a narcissist. One of a narc's primary jobs when they're dealing with supply sources is to break your soul, break your spirit, however you want to say it. And they will do this especially with their partners. The more sad, scared, confused, lonely, and depressed you are, 1, gives them an ego boost, and 2, makes them feel incredibly powerful and in complete control. Unfortunately, this works most of the time. Also, when you feel bad about yourself, it kind of stops you and holds you back from tapping into your true power and resilience. When this happens and they suck all the positivity and fun out of life, you're prone to staying in the relationship longer and putting up with more of their destructive behavior. And you'll also notice any attempts of you being positive will quickly be shut down or met with negativity. Number 3, block, delete, peace out. No contact, as you might imagine, will terrify a narcissist. This is a person. This is a person who is consumed with looking for and finding people to add to their collection of little sources that they can leech off of for supply. When you or anyone decides that no contact is a way to go, they lose that source, and this can send them into a tailspin. They can desperately scramble around looking for a new person to put in your place. Hoovering can happen if they're having low or no luck getting more supply, sure. Cutting communication with a narcissist hits them right where it hurts, right in that little ego. And let's not forget about what it does to them that you're the one who's choosing to move on and break away. Number 4, building your support team. Isolation can be a strong weapon for a narcissist to use. Getting you away from very trusted friends and family will help them keep control over you in a relationship. So, if you keep your friends and family close, as well as maybe having other close people nearby that you can trust, and keep your support team strong, this is very scary for a narcissist. The more people you keep around, the more people are subject to seeing what's happening to you, and also they can try to point this out to you and warn you to leave. Even after a relationship with a narcissist is over, having as big of a support system as you can possibly find will be instrumental in your healing. Trust me, the more, the merrier. Number 5, challenging them. A narcissist truly believes it's their way or the highway. Their opinions are the only ones that matter here. They're the only ones that are the smartest, bestest, fastest, strongest. When you challenge them on things they're saying or doing, this causes fear. They can't risk you rising up, having a thought, a feeling, an opinion, or possibly taking control. And by challenging them, you're showing them that you aren't afraid to speak up and you're not afraid to be heard. Managing life after a toxic relationship can often feel like untangling a very complex web. I specialize in helping individuals navigate the complexities and confusion of narcissistic personality disorder. My counseling and coaching services are distinct, different from anybody else's. They take place over the phone, allowing you to unwind and be open and honest in your own environment and converse with me just like a friend. You won't find any stiff office atmospheres or cookie-cutter advice. Each session revolves around your specific needs, whatever those might be. You can expect genuine, tailored support from somebody who's been through all of this and knows what truly works. If you are ready to regain a sense of lightness, relief, and control, click the link above, send a text or an email to get started today. Number 6, criticism. For a person who thinks themselves perfect, like a narc, any kind of critique is seen as an all-out personal attack. Even the most professional, constructive of criticisms makes the narcissist reflect, and it hits them, that realization that they're far from perfect, just like the rest of us. As with everything else on this list, you may or may not even realize the smallest things that you're saying or doing is affecting them so negatively and is scaring them. And this only goes to show that you hurting them so badly without even knowing, without even meaning to, proves how low their self-esteem and confidence really is. Number 7, denying empathy. Most people are specifically targeted by narcissists because they have a sympathetic, empathetic nature about them. This is preyed upon as this emotional vampire feeds off of it. Frequent sob stories can tap into a person's empathy. And when you deny them that empathy, that scares the hell out of them. Think about it. What would they do if they could no longer manipulate you? What would happen if the sob stories, the lies, and the other bullshit to cover their betrayal didn't work anymore? I can see how that can scare somebody who thrives off of just that. Number 8, exposure. If you won't give a narcissist what they want, they will find it somewhere else. Or more accurately, from somebody else. There's always somebody else. And therefore, exposure of the way they really behave and who they really are has dire consequences. A narcissist can and will go well out of their way, even if they don't want to, in order to try to stop their bad reputation from getting out. If they feel exposure may be happening, this can kick them into high gear, and they may begin or ramp up a smear campaign against you or other people. And all this smearing and gossiping and rumor spreading and everything else they're doing can help deflect and distract others about what and who they really are and begin to shine a spotlight on somebody else. Number 9, humiliation in public. There are 2 feelings that a narcissist hates, probably more than they hate anything else: shame and humiliation. The ego of a narcissist has them feeling cocky and confident. If you embarrass them in public, it can cause a meltdown. Not only in that moment are you knocking them off their little perfection pedestal, but you're doing it in front of other people. And now those other people see the flaws and the imperfections that this person has, no matter how small. That hits the ego. Number 10, no. We've gone from the least favorite feelings to the least favorite word for a narcissist. Control, as I've already said about 5 times, is very important to a narcissist. Their behavior usually encourages people to just do whatever they want because, oh my God, you don't want to deal with them or the hissy fit. Definitely a group of people here that are not used to the word no. But doing this shows a level of confidence and standing up for yourself. This simple act alone can scare a narcissist. They fear that they won't get what they want from you. Everyone ends up saying no at some point. And this is another example of something that you can do with no intention of hurting them. You're just looking after yourself, and you will get the high-toned hissy fit, or usually radio silence, out of complete fear. Number 11, not paying attention. Attention, basically oxygen to a narcissist. In this community, it's known as narcissistic supply. Very simply, when you stop paying attention to them, alarm bells start going off. Even if you slow down with attention, you're still giving some, but not what you used to, they might call it out. Something as simple as maybe a shorter text than usual from you can strike fear. They can frantically pester you. I personally witnessed this as my texts got shorter and an influx hit my phone. What's wrong? Are you okay? Are you mad? Why won't you answer? Why the short answer? Are you doing something else? Are you busy? So on and so forth. You can watch them lose complete control when you decide that, they're just not going to get the attention that they think they deserve. Number 12, radio silence. This goes hand in hand with not paying attention. Not going to spend much time here. When you go silent, the narcissist will, of course, fear that they're losing the supply. The panic is going to set in, and as I just said, they might call or text in a frenzy trying to get you to talk. Again, once more, it shows that you have the power, you have the control, and they are very clearly losing it. Number 13, regaining control. Speaking of control, let's just link all of these together. You having any kind of control in the relationship is not the way the narcissist has planned it. You being assertive and aware and in control makes a narc fear that they're losing you as a source. If you rise up, if you get tall and stand strong, they fear that you might go somewhere else. Number 14, rejection. This one cuts deep for a narcissist. The sense of entitlement they have has them thinking they are the ones who do the rejecting, not the one who gets rejected. Once more, this little fantasy bubble that they're living in gets popped, and they feel all those uncomfy feelings that they try so hard to hide. The inadequacy, the inferiority, how they feel unwanted, unloved. And also, when they're the ones who get rejected and you move along, they also feel outsmarted. Number 15, setting boundaries and consequences. Obviously, now you having any kind of standards, boundaries, or consequences when those boundaries are breached is going to trigger fear in a narcissist. Now, the commonality of everything in this list is that they very strongly fear the possibility of losing the control and losing a supply source. Narcissists are obsessed with having as many supply sources as they can and knowing they have a firm hold on all of those people so that they can use them as they desire. All of these points basically revolve around you taking away the life breath of a narcissist. They feel as if they're losing the attention, supply, and everything else that they make other people responsible for supplying them. So what have you done to terrorize a narcissist? Did you realize you were doing this? Did you even mean to do it? Share with me down in the comments. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoy my videos, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, it's easy, and a magnificent way to help my channel grow. Plus, you become part of the community and you'll be kept up to date with my videos. If you would like to be an amazing supporter and help keep my channel growing, I hope that you'll consider becoming a channel member for $1 a month. You can click the join button just below the video, or you can see the video description for more links on how to reach out and talk with me, leave me messages, and even support my efforts privately if you wish to do so. And I thank you for the consideration. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.